Prince's Regeneration Trust expertise comes from almost 2 decades in the heritage regeneration sector. It was set up by the Prince of Wales to address the problem of UK's historic buildings being left to decay. Today, PRT is a leading regeneration charity working in hard-hit areas of the UK to rescue and reuse old buildings and transform lives. From the very start, the Prince of Wales has always emphasised his passion for heritage and the role that it plays in giving a sense of pride and identity to local communities. He's also really passionate about the role that local people and businesses can play in finding a new use for their historic assets.
There are thousands of buildings and communities in need, communities which are socially and economically deprived, struggling with the blights of poverty, unemployment, and a loss of pride in their local neighbourhood, often as a result of losing their vital industries. And a great many of these communities contain buildings of local, if not national, importance. And I'm convinced that with a little imagination, these well-constructed old buildings could very easily be transformed and given new uses, which then act as a powerful catalyst for social regeneration within communities. The great thing is that most of these buildings can convert far better than any modern building can. And that's the point, I think, about heritage-led regeneration. You can use most of these buildings again in some way or other. I've always believed that heritage-led regeneration, in other words, finding new uses for redundant heritage buildings and turning them into real assets for their local communities, is absolutely vital in bringing new industry and business to the area, boosting the economy and providing much needed employment and prosperity.
The nature of heritage buildings is that they are well built, they are robust, and they can be transformed in really innovative ways. This gives local communities the chance to decide how these buildings can be used to suit their local needs.
So many people gave their lives and their skills and their dedication to build these wonderful places that give our towns and cities and villages a sense of identity and a sense of real belonging. And I think we owe it to all those people who built these places so beautifully and with such skill. If you sit down with local people anywhere in this country or anywhere in the world, I guarantee you will find that most people want to retain a sense of identity, a sense of belonging. And in this globalized world, it's even more important now. And I think people forget that sometimes.
I'm a proud ambassador of the Prince's Regeneration Trust because we have a shared passion in Britain's historic buildings, and we truly understand the value that these buildings bring to local communities when they're restored and given a new lease of life. From all the work that I do on historic buildings, including my series Restoration Man, I know what a difference it can make to a local community by having an important historic building restored. It takes very brave and very courageous people to take on a project of that type. Without the commitment and enthusiasm of local communities to save the buildings that they love, the history and identity of them that makes them so special would be lost.